Hey everybody. I know it's been a little bit. I'm sure some of you may have been wondering, where I've been, if I'm okay, all that. And I am. Mind you, I'm not 100%, but definitely better than I was when I made that last video. There's been a lot of changes that I've been making and things that I've been doing that's helped with progress. But I'm not to the end goal. I may not ever be to the end goal, but things are improving. So I'll take it. I just figured I would give you guys updates. I've leaned really heavy into therapy to help me unpack everything that's happened in the last 2 years, because while talking to you guys about it does help, it's not the same thing. It's not an actual constructive thing when I do it on here, when there's discussions on here. It's just me telling what happened versus helping me process it. And unlike some people, just coming on here and unloading is really just not a healthy habit or behavior. Just like, arguing with people online is not a healthy habit or behavior. And I will not be doing that anymore. I still am at a position right now where I'm like, fuck girl world, just because it's all bullshit, you guys. Let's be realistic. The reactors are equally as bad as the topics they're covering. They're cannibalistic. They lash out at each other over stupid shit. It's, in my mind, it's just degeneracy now, and I just don't have any interest in it anymore. I'm not really keeping up with any of the girl world news. I could really care less. I'm more focused on me and fixing me and bettering myself, and that's the way it's going to be for a while. So if you're not really here for that, then I'm sorry. I don't really know what else to say. But here's where it is, I leaned real heavily into therapy. I've made quite a bit of progress and had a lot of realizations about my life and about myself and about, varying things in my life that have transpired and why and how. I just completed a month of the carnivore diet, which I opted to do after some research, because carnivore diet actually helps with mental health issues, anxiety, depression, all that stuff, because it kind of rewires the gut biome. And I could see a difference within a couple of days. My energy level improved. I was in a better mood. I was sleeping better. At this point, I'm kind of at a turning point here where I'm like, do I want to keep on with just carnivore, or do I want to switch to something more animal based, where you're looking at like a 80-20? But the results for the most part are still the same, because it's very clean eating. So I've got to ponder on that and kind of just see. Because thus far, doing just the carnivore thing hasn't really been an issue for me. Over the last month, I've lost maybe 7 pounds. Some of that is probably because I'm not as diligent with hydration as I should be. I know that about myself. I've got to get back into the habit of that again. and I probably would have lost a lot more if it hadn't have been for that. But that wasn't really the aim and all of it, because ideally I wanted my mental health and my energy levels to get better, and that was the primary focus. But the secondary focus too was that it was really good for women in perimenopause in relation to like balancing hormones and all that. And that was the secondary justification for me, that I was like, okay, if this will help, then I don't mind giving it a go. And thus far, it has really helped. I'm not having nearly as many symptoms as I was having, which is crazy given the fact that I've been on the HRT this whole time and was still having symptoms. Yeah. So, isn't that interesting? I started going to the gym again, and that has done me a world of good. It helps me to deal with a lot of like stress and frustration and all that, and I needed it. I didn't realize how much I missed it until I got back in it. So yeah, it's fixing to be a normal part of life, I think, again for me. And I'm really kind of happy about the prospect of gaining that muscle weight back that I lost when COVID kicked in. So that's the basics. Some stuff that I talked about on the channel: the nurse that falsified documentation and abused my CNA was cut from the facility, so she is not allowed to come back. So that's a good thing. That means I don't have to worry about these residents anymore, and I don't have to worry about the CNAs anymore, because the nurses that are regulars there, or that actually work at the facility, they're actually good to the patients. So I don't really feel like I have anything to be concerned about, yeah, in that regard. So that's good news. New development, which I'm not entirely sure what to do about, is I ended up having to call a plumber yesterday. I had a pinhole leak from one of the pipes attached to my water heater, and I called around, and there was one that was like, yeah, we're 5 minutes away, we'll be there, no problem, we got you. And this guy showed up. I mean, nice guy. Because of some of the stuff that I have in the garage, I opened the garage and I stayed out there while he completed his task and all that. So he talked to me about a little bit of everything. Romeo was out roaming around, and he was like, oh, that's a big cat, I love cats, cats are great. And talked about all different kind of off the wall stuff. And at one point he asked me, he's like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 46. Why? He said, oh, he's like, I thought you were in your 30s. I was like, I'll take that compliment, thank you. He was like, you have aged really, really well. He's like, you are a beautiful woman. I was like, thank you, I'll take that compliment, and it's gotten a little awkward. Yeah. He made mention at one point of having been with the same woman for like 18 years. I mean, I don't know if that means currently or if that means another time, but it did kind of get really awkward, because like he left my house saying he had another call to go to, and that he would swing back by to take care of payment, because I told him, he was like, well, how are you going to pay? I was like, with card. And so he comes back by after it's dark. It's after 6 o'clock at this point. And he texts me and says, do you want me to come by, or do you want me to just send you a PayPal link? I was like, whatever's easiest. I was like, it doesn't really matter to me, just so long as I know that you're paid. So the next thing I know, he's texting me saying, hey, I'm here, and I came outside to talk to him to try to take care of the payment. And he was like, oh, well, I'm going to have to text you this PayPal link. So he drove all the way over to my house to send me the PayPal link that he could have sent me before. And then he, after that was done, he left, and then he called me and was like, hey, I didn't really think to ask you this, but do you want an invoice or anything? And I was like, no, it's fine. I was like, I know you took care of the work. I mean, I was out there with you, so, it's no big deal. And then he proceeded to stay on the phone, like trying to talk to me about different stuff. And then I was like, hey, look, I was like, I hate to do this. I was like, but I'm pretty tuckered out. I was like, I think I'm going to go to sleep. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry if I kept you, whatever, whatever. And he tells me before we get off the phone, he's like, look, if you need anything, you let me know. I'm always around, whatever, whatever. And I won't lie. I recorded a TikTok because I've been spending a lot of time on TikTok lately. And I uploaded it about this saying, am I losing my mind? Am I just putting things together that are not there? Because, I mean, he could just be being friendly. And in the midst of recording that, another message popped up, text message popped up from him saying, I really mean it. If you need anything, you let me know. I'm here. And I was like, oh shit. I've done been hit on by the plumber. And today, not long ago actually, I woke up to a text message that he sent at 7:30 this morning saying good morning. And then another one 10 minutes later saying, you can ignore that message. I'm sorry if I woke you up. The thing is, and he's not a bad looking man, very personable, whatever. Got a good job, I'm just not 100% sure that I want to get involved with anybody right now. I mean, I'm still not at the best place in my life that I can really give that kind of time and energy to anybody, really, because I'm trying to give it to me because I need it. But even right now, I mean, even right before I texted this, he was sending me other text messages, initiating conversation. And he hasn't said anything like specific, um, you know, like him being interested, but just the fact that here you are, you're texting me at 7:30 in the morning and saying good morning to a total stranger who you just happened to work for yesterday. After texting, if there's anything you ever need, let me know. I'm always here. I mean, it's subtle. It's subtle, but nothing like overt. So, I it's. I'm not gonna lie. It's really fucking awkward. It's really awkward because it's been so long since I've been with anybody, or that I've had like attention from anybody. It just doesn't feel normal to me, as crazy as that might sound. So I don't know what to do about that. I guess that's gonna be a. I guess I'll be giving y'all updates on that too. I don't know. I I went home at Christmas. Things were still incredibly fucking awkward, as one would expect them to be, because um, I'm dealing with a lot of fakeness when it comes to my dad and the new wife, and I am not a fan of fake and have never really been able to get along with people who are fake. And I'm just kind of accepted it that that's what it is, and I go and make my prerequisite show of appearance, and I go on about my life because I just don't have the desire or the energy to invest in it anymore, you know. So that's everything. That's where I've been. That's the last 2 months for me up until yesterday and today. So I don't know when I'm going to post again. I don't know what I'm going to post. I still haven't really thought about it. I was just like, fuck everything. Fuck YouTube. Fuck girl. Fuck all of it, for a good 30 days. Because, I mean, I was just like, I'm just so done with it. But I know that there are some folks out there that do actually genuinely care, and do actually like some of the stuff that I post that's mine. So ideally, I may very well just stick to that. But yeah, I think, like I said, I'm pretty well done with Girl World. It's a dumpster fire, and just, I don't even see why it is that I even thought that I would be happy doing that kind of content, because, I mean, we've heard it said the things that you surround yourself with do take a toll on you, and arguing with people who don't give a shit that they're killing themselves, all that does is put a strain on you. And then having to argue with people who are supposed to be on the same side as you because they're all wackos too. It's just like, never mind. It's just flat not worth it. So, what I got, we'll see how things go. Hope y'all are well. Take care of you. Remember, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. If you are just a house plant with more complex emotions. Bye, y'all.